Listeners, some of you have written in that you listen to this podcast at work and that occasionally your earbuds die and your coworkers immediately find out that you love eating pussy. Well, no more with Raycon earbuds. Raycon earbuds, they have a battery life of 32 hours. We're going to talk a little bit about that later in the episode. So go ahead and grab some Raycon earbuds. Create your own soundtrack with Raycon. Right now, we're having Gay Sex listeners get 15% off their Raycon order at buyraycon.com/WHGS. That's buyraycon.com/WHGS to save 15% on your Raycons. One more time, buyraycon.com/WHGS. I hope you guys enjoy the episode.
When I came, she goes, "I am invincible." And I was like, "Oh my God. Wow."
Oh my gosh. Man, I really missed out. All those times I was jacking dicks off, I could have been saying I am invincible afterwards.
I know, right? What a catchphrase.
What a catchphrase.
What a catchphrase.
Just an important audio note to make a correction on this episode. At some point, someone on the episode, well, let me just start by saying that I am not an expert in, well, frankly, anything, but particularly sex work, and I don't always know the terms behind these things. And fortunately, we had someone write in and help us out because we've been talking a lot more about sex work. The word prostitute was used on this episode. Not in a derogatory way. We just had questions about the word and we frankly didn't know. And someone let us know that the correct term that you would want to use instead of that word is either escort, full service sex worker, or in-person sex worker. We think it's really important because we are so sex positive that we do that right. And if we ever get a word wrong related to sex work or anything else, just let us know and we'll always issue a correction. Yeah, and I don't know, this is like corny, but I'm just very grateful to have such cool listeners that teach me new things all the time, like about strap on your butthole. Okay. Have a great week, guys. Our listeners are very thoughtful, woke people.
Will they dislike my 9/11 joke when I tell it
No,
again?
no. They're really cool. They are the Venn diagram of people that think that it's like good to like do your pronouns, but also like my jokes about my dead father.
Oh,
it's a cool group of guys.
Hell yeah, dead dad club.
Lots of stuff to talk about.
How old were you?
11.
8.
Oh, fuck, you win.
I know. How'd he go?
Cancer.
Hack.
Yeah. How about your dad?
Smashed by a train.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great.
Yeah, it was
this is so horrible.
Dramatic.
I'm so sorry.
Is this on the episode? Oh shit.
This is the episode. This is how we're starting.
Oh no.
What kind of train?
I don't want to get into it. I wish we went on
I'm
air.
so sorry.
That's
okay.
all right. No, it's okay.
You prefer not to talk about this?
Him. And my dad identifies as was.
Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be a good episode. Yes, we are in the apartment. We are having gay sex. We are having gay sex today with one of my favorite comedians.
Oh, hey.
I love booking you on all my shows.
Yes, you're such a sweetheart. You always put me on stuff. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
You're very funny. I think that funny people should be booked on the things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's dark. We're off to a dark start.
Yes, but the good thing about darkness is that there's light.
Yeah.
You know?
And I thought you would be particularly interesting on the podcast because you have a lot of stories.
Oh boy, yeah. I know. I'm a book. Open me up and read me, baby.
Ooh, hell yeah. And you're like one of the only openly bisexual. I hope that I'm not outing you on this podcast.
What? Turn it off. Get out of here.
You're one of the only openly bisexual male comedians.
I'm like one of the only openly bisexual
men,
guys.
Period.
Yeah.
There's like 5.
There's like, yeah, very few. Very few. And the ones that are like more heavily leaning towards men.
Yeah. And I wanted to know, like, I had a quick question. I know we haven't introduced ourselves or anything like that, but did you get crap from other comics when you started doing that material, or because it's so funny? Because you do bisexual material and it's so funny.
Oh, thanks.
But
man.
I'm curious, like, how
other
guys reacted.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't like come out until I was like 32, and I started to do material about it on stage, and nobody knew, so it was like jarring to hear. You know, and like I remember specifically going into a green room after like talking about sucking dick on stage, and also I'm like very abrasive with it. Like I get it. I'm
That's
not
why
for everyone.
I love you. I feel we are
know?
very comedically similar.
Yeah.
Like if we are not being treated properly, we will let the audience know that they're being a little piece of shit.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Sometimes they got to be kicked in the dick. You
They
know?
absolutely,
Yeah.
especially lesbians. Lesbians more than anybody need to be kicked in the
Dude,
dick.
there were 2 lesbos in the crowd last night. Amazing. Mwah. So good.
They were
so
good?
fun. Shout out if you're watching. Yeah, they were awesome. They're from Virginia. They were down to clown.
Oh,
They were
nice.
awesome with everything.
Lesbians alone, like a couple pockets of lesbians at a mostly straight show, awesome, so much fun.
Yes.
All lesbian crowd, totally different.
I usually do
environment.
not do well on like queer shows.
Right, me neither.
Yeah.
Well, now this doesn't sound good for the listener. Now that I've been very fortunate to like be
To, like,
able to
get your own
headline and
audience
have my
and
own
everything.
audience,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
want to remain humble. But they do need to be trained
Mm-hmm.
when I do a comedy show. They do need to be like told what they're allowed to laugh, because a lot of them is their first time
Laughing?
Yeah, laughing ever.
Mm-hmm.
They've never laughed.
Experiencing joy.
I've been so gay.
Yeah.
I haven't had time for laughter in my
Yeah.
life.
There was no laughter in the closet. I just got out. But queer crowds can be really tough because they have been wronged by comedians for so long.
Right.
And we're living in a very sensitive time where people say horrible things. And the mistake that I think queer audiences make is that they come in expecting to be offended when really it should be the other way around. Like, come in to laugh, and then if you're offended, like, you can be offended, but like don't come in expecting to be offended.
Yeah. I think also my message is very loving and accepting and open and very kind of we are all love, and a lot of men need to be more in touch with their femininity.
Yeah, for
and we're all gay. And but the way I talk about it is like abrasive in a way, because I don't really know where I fit in, because I throw queer audiences off because I'm very not what they expect.
Right. You
I'm
don't fit the
incredibly
archetype of
straight passing. I don't fit their stereotype. And people don't like that. They want to put you in like a little box and be like the very neat thing. It's easier to identify, and I don't fit in there. And then I love straight crowds because everyone's on board with me and I'm very likable. And then when I start talking about being bi or like hooking up with men, they're like, wait a minute, buddy. Who are you? You've been lying this whole time. And I love calling it out. Like, you guys used to like me and now you don't. What's that say about you?
Yeah.
You know?
And it's fun. It's fun to call them out on their bullshit.
Yeah, it's like a fun journey, but it's weird. I feel like I don't really fit in, especially because I'm not like the stereotypical bi queer, but I feel like that in a way is better because I feel like there are a lot of guys out there that are like me that have had gay experiences and they think that it's like this shameful thing that means they're gay forever. And, like I'm the inverse of, gay forever, especially, when they end up in hell. And, I think I'm the inverse of Jay Jordan because I am mostly with women.
Right.
So I skew straight, you know, and, it was jarring. Because when I first started talking about it, I was like trying to figure it out. Like when you're working on stuff, you're going to say the wrong thing or whatever. And I think I was like, just instead of like any nuance to it, I was like, yeah, I fucking blown guys and blah, blah. And like I very much have gotten less vulgar with it, but I was vulgar for a while. But I remember walking to a green room and everyone was like, you suck dick? What the? I didn't know you were fucking gay. And I'm like, well, I'm not gay.
Really?
And they're like, yeah, okay, buddy.
Wow.
And that pissed me off. And I had to take a couple people aside and be like, don't you ever fucking talk about me like that again. Yeah. I was like, just because you heard something in my act doesn't give you the right to fucking dress me up and down about it. And I'm like, that's not, if some chick was on stage talking about her pussy, she wouldn't come off stage and be like, so tell me about your vagina.
I mean, they might.
So like, yeah, and that's not okay. That's not okay.
Right.
Yeah. But kind of like, I kind of backed off from talking about it for a while because I also didn't want to be pigeonholed as like the bi comic, even though like
for sure
my agent is like, you have to be
oh my God,
exploited.
I'm
be
sure
this.
your
I'm like,
agent
fuck.
absolutely is like, why aren't you sucking dick in the street?
Yeah.
Let's put some eyeshadow on you. Let's go.
I know.
You need new headshots, kid.
I know.
Get new headshots, shave the mustache, and put on a dress.
You put on a
See this
mustache
mesh
of
tank
glitter.
top, but pierce those nipples.
Yeah, glitter it up, queer. Like, can you lisp? I'm like, look, I talk with my hands and I wear rings. What more do you want? You know?
Okay, well, we're off to a good start.
Yeah.
We should do intros, I think.
Oh,
Yeah. We always do them like halfway through the podcast.
Oh, cool.
You just copy the format. Hello, I am Ashley Gavin. I am a cis gay white woman. She, her pronouns. If you came for Ian and you're scared of the pronouns, it's okay. This is the only time where they matter.
That's a lot to memorize.
It's like you're like, this was more than I expected.
All right, hold on. Can you write it down?
Well, we can do Kate.
Okay.
We'll do Kate. We'll do it one
Yes.
more time.
Sure.
And as always, my cancel coach calling me out on the technical fouls so that I can win you. What'd you think of that, Kate?
That was a good one.
It's Kate Sisk.
Hello. My name is Kate. I am white. That's the easy one. I'm also bisexual. Identify as like a lesbian, dyke, that kind of stuff. And I am apathetic towards pronouns.
Any pronoun you
Any
want.
pronoun you want.
Oh,
Pick a pronoun, any pronoun.
my pronoun
Is this your pronoun?
my pronoun is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it can be.
Cool guy.
We make fun of it on the podcast.
Yeah.
But
Well, my name is Ian.
yeah, do whatever you want. We don't care.
Fidance. To be honest, I don't know if I fully. I mean, like, I guess by definition I'm bisexual, but I more just identify as me because I do what I want, when I want, with who I want, and I don't know. I've never felt
a lot of people feel
accepted
that
by
way.
that community,
Yeah,
so I feel
yeah.
like a fraud in a way. But I mean, I guess it's that by definition.
You're not a fraud. I mean, for bisexual men, it is a fucking hellscape, the LGBTQ community.
Yeah,
It's
because
really
gay
hard.
people are like, you're gay, and straight people are like, you're gay, you know? And then now pansexual people are like, you're pansexual. I'm like,
Right.
by erasure, blow the whistle.
Yeah.
Blow the whistle. Yes. Yes.
Flag on the play.
Yes. I don't think we're all gay. I think we're all bisexual.
Yeah.
I think that's what
But
it
not
is.
me, Ian. Don't
Well, you know. Only
I'm
the
like,
cool
whoa,
people
buddy.
are.
No hetero, no hetero, no hetero.
Yeah. No hetero.
No, I
That's
feel
so
like
funny.
it's so weird because I do believe that everyone exists on the spectrum except
Totally.
for me.
Yes.
You're like one of the bookends.
I am the bookend.
he, him.
Cool. Perfect. Yeah. That's it. That's all it is. It's basically the way we look at it is like any information that you would want the listener to know.
Oh, follow me on Instagram, iAnimal69.
I identify as having tens of thousands of
I
followers.
identify as blowing up on Instagram.
No, definitely. Ian is so funny.
Yes.
You have a pod that
Yes.
people can go and listen to.
Yes, it's actually called Bye Guys.
Bye, guys.
There
Yes.
you go.
And
It's like a progressive shock jock radio show.
that's kind of like what we're trying to do too.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, it's like respectful, but also like, come on. you know.
That's exactly how I would describe this.
Respectful, but come on.
Yeah.
Love that description.
Yeah.
Respectful, but
Like we play a game called Guess the Butthole, and you have to guess whether it's man, woman, or trans.
what a beautiful message that all buttholes are equal.
Yeah.
All buttholes are tight,
Yeah.
a little bit hairy.
No.
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 Not
I identify as not liking
No.
hair. That's what I identify as.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Everyone has a hairy butthole.
No. Who are you dealing with?
Not everyone has a hairy butthole.
Yes.
I'm going to call you
They're
Aladdin
natural-
because you need to see a whole new world.
Everyone, but for naturally, there's hair there.
Naturally, maybe.
You could have a naturally hairless butthole.
Yeah.
Oh man,
How many?
Yep.
this
I've
is
been-
devastating.
Ian's
news
been dating
to
a lot
me.
of naked mole rats lately.
Yes. Yeah. Those hairless cats. That's me.
Oh man,
That's
I
my dating app,
can't-
Pet Finder.
I get. like that they have your photo up on a wall at like the local animal shelter.
Yeah.
They're like, do not serve this. Yeah, don't let him adopt
Having a
a
hairless
dog.
cat? Hello.
I agree though. I cannot lick a hairy butthole.
No. Do
right.
not like it.
We know where you stand.
Yeah. That's why with men I can only have them hairless. They're
Totally
like hairy,
bald?
I'm like, ugh.
You like bald guys?
Not bald up here, but like shaved.
Shaved.
Women too, yeah.
Okay, you're not into hair at all on anybody.
No, I don't really like it. I keep myself super clean too.
Yeah, I do as well.
Yeah.
I don't have a preference when it comes to like women's. The types of girls I date are more likely to be removing their body hair.
So it's the personality trait of self-grooming that you're attracted
Do unto
to.
others as you shall have them do to you. You know? Treat others how you want to be treated.
But like, if like
I'm the opposite. I like hair.
you
a lot.
like hair,
But again, I don't want to tell anyone what to do. So
Right,
when bathing
totally.
suit season comes, I'm devastated every time. Like
Hilarious.
winter is my time to shine.
It's so fun. I never really. I guess I just fall into women that naturally shave
Right,
or wax.
right.
I can't remember a
too.
time when I've been like, "Hey, you gotta shave that shit." It just happens.
right? No, totally. I think there's like, if a girl told me that she didn't like waxing, the only thing that I would ever say is maybe like,
Nair or
Hey,
something.
no, I would never. But also, that stuff shouldn't go near there.
No.
Nair
It
is like a
burns.
chemical. That is like Chernobyl on
really
your
burns.
vagina. Yeah. But, your mound, I guess. But I would never, I think the most I would say is like, can you trim it so that when I'm down there, I
Well,
don't swallow anything?
I don't mind hair above or like a landing strip is hot, but on the sides and in it, I'm
when
like,
when you're
"Ugh."
putting in the work, you don't want hair in your
no,
mouth. Yeah, which I think
But
I think is understandable. But I
I'm
can
down
already
there like flossing my teeth.
Oh my god. I've been with gals that are like, oh my god, I haven't shaved for 2 days. No, blah blah blah, and I'm like, I am so into you, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
it also all depends on who I'm into.
totally.
You know.
Yeah.
Like if I'm super into you, we're gonna have a smell party. I want
I
to sniff
lo-
your pits.
I love
go to the
I
gym.
love girl smells.
Do not shower.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
That
you
I
know?
mean, I like
Yeah.
filthy sex.
Yes.
I don't.
But
I don't
with
feel
guys, it's like shower 4 times before I come over. If I get a whiff of anything, dude, I am out of here, bro.
Are you?
Oh my gosh,
Are you
I
into like
love it.
more femme guys?
I would say so.
Okay. Well, let's get into it. Ian, I'm gonna give you a choice
Oh boy.
of a
Here we
story.
go.
We're each gonna go round table. We're each gonna tell a gay sex story.
Mm.
I'm gonna start. You're gonna go second. Kate
Mm-hmm.
will round us out. I had gay sex this week.
Monogamous or
No.
random hookup?
Oh, so here's my little story. I was dating this girl for like a year. Wonderful human being. Love her very much. Different stages in life. She's out. She's 25. She's like doing her thing. She's like newly out. She's out there. I am heartbroken. So I am hoeing around.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty fresh. I last week talked about on the pod this girl who escaped an ultra orthodox.
Always good when the
Jewish-
story starts with escape. It's always a good sign.
It was awesome. She's cool. But this week I had sex when I was in Oklahoma.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
What-
I will say, well, you can cut this out if you want to.
I
but
probably
one
won't.
time, Ashley and I went to the same comedy festival, and I was like, "So where are you staying?" And she was like, "We'll see. I'm swiping on Tinder."
Yes. Securing lodgings. Nice.
and
Hell
literally,
yeah.
like 3 days later, she
Playing
was
it
like,
fast and loose.
"This girl is amazing." Like,
I think I'm moving here. Of course.
I know what you're
were
talking
like-
about. She was cool.
right? And I had a long distance relationship with my partner in Boston. She was like, "How long's the drive? How long's the drive? How are the Peter Pan tickets?" I was like, "Ashley, you said that this was just for the weekend."
Oh my God. I love it. That's awesome.
Okay, so I had sex when I was in Oklahoma, which was like a fun little fling. The other story that we can tell is I then, the same night, had phone sex
Whoa.
with this random girl on Instagram.
Wait, like, were you doing voice notes to each other?
She was, this is so regrettable. This is so regrettable. This whole thing is so regrettable.
You had
Why?
phone sex with someone you've never met.
Yeah.
Then
have
I need to hear that story.
I have not seen you lean in like this the entire show so far. Oh my God. You just turned into Larry King. That was really something.
Can you feel my hot breath on your
I
face?
mean, holy
Tell me
crap.
about the
Look at this.
Instagram girl.
Holy shit. Fulton's coming in the room now, too.
Okay.
Look at this.
So
What a fireside chat.
okay. So I have to tell this story, and I just want, before I tell this story, I want everyone to know that I truly feel that I am a piece of shit. I have.
Hey, be nice to my friend Ashley.
Okay. I get sensitive.
I hear the story. I'm
when
like, you piece of garbage.
No, I just get sensitive when I talk about it's stupid. Like, clout is stupid, but it does enable certain things to come into your life, and it's very hard to just like totally ignore those things.
Oh, what? She was like, I want to hook up with Ashley Gavin.
Yeah, I think so. So basically,
Abusive power much?
this is exactly what I'm afraid of. But like so I have some rules around like my privacy or whatever and how I talk to people on the internet. And so she was DMing me a lot, and she was very funny.
Whoa.
She was very upfront. She was like, we should have sex. I'm in medical school. I'm really smart, and my tits are huge, and you're going to love them. That's like what she said.
So this was a strong pitch from her.
Very strong pitch. Super
Good for her.
Strong, clear, direct.
She's funny. She keeps being funny. I'm like, oh, this girl is so funny, right? Like, I don't know. That really turns me on. And her confidence was like really cool.
Yeah.
I'm very attracted to those things. She has a private profile. So
So you have to follow her.
I have to
like,
follow
see
her
the
back. So
What a trap. I fall into that one
I know.
before.
Mistake number one.
I know.
Mistake number one. And if you're listening, I think you're great. So I follow her back. I'm like, fuck. She's cute.
Yeah.
She's really cute. And, I know she's smart. She's in medical school, and she's funny and all that. And then she starts sending me voice memos. And the level of confidence in these voice memos, it's full-blown phone sex type of stuff.
Yes.
So that
And
was
she
like
got
a drug to you. You were just like, I'm in.
She's got a great voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a pro. She has done this before.
This ain't her first Oklahoma rodeo.
And she's like doing different things. She's like testing different like sexual waters. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
She's like, I can tell she's trying to figure out what I like. You know what I mean?
The voice memo thing is very confident because of a phone call, you can test it out, adjust on the fly. To send a voice memo and just wait
You're
for
gonna
it to be
married
listened
to
to.
it.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And
That's
it's
a decision.
graphic. It's graphic.
Wow.
It's graphic stuff. Like
Wow.
full-blown phone sex like stuff.
Pictures along with it or no?
And so she keeps saying to me, FaceTime me.
Wow.
And I was like, I'm not going to FaceTime you.
Why?
Why does she want me to FaceTime
No,
her?
why wouldn't
Why
you?
wouldn't
Because
you?
I know her tits are going to be out. She keeps talking about her tits.
Oh, wow. So why wouldn't you? What? Why else FaceTime? I'm saying put the camera up to your tit. Let me talk to the lefty. What's up? Hi, booby.
They should have boob time where it just blocks out the face.
Yeah, boob time. That's perfect. Tit time.
So, yeah, and I just was like, that's too much. It's too much. I don't know why, but I just feel like so vulnerable having a stranger who like already knows who I am, like talking to and I don't know who they are, and I don't know how
their
they're gonna
intentions
feel
are,
and like
and
all
yeah,
this
yeah.
stuff, but like also the voice memos and the stuff about the tits. I'm like, and I'm vulnerable. It's like very late. I'm alone in my hotel room. I'm like post breakup. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I make a Google voice number, and because I'm not giving this girl my number. That is a fucking trap.
Right.
I will never get like she'll be my girlfriend if I give her
So
my fucking
this is
phone
why
number.
you studied computer science.
Oh,
So
wow.
you can easily create a fake number for yourself.
I called her, we had phone sex, and I could not come.
Oh,
I just could not come
That's what
because
I was going to ask.
I was so nervous the whole time.
interesting.
Did you fake it?
No, I did not
You're
fake
like, I'm coming all over the place. You're like flipping your grilled cheese on the stuff.
Yeah, you're vacuuming. What's that noise? Oh,
That's
it's a
my
dildo.
vibrator.
Yeah.
It's very powerful. But like my clit hurt because I was so turned on and I could not come. I don't know if that happens to dicks, but like it was just
I think it famously does. It's like the only thing I know about penises.
I don't know
Oh,
Is
anything.
if they get
balls?
hard and you don't let the jizz out, the balls turn blue.
I've never had blue balls.
Oh. But pain?
I guess.
I've definitely had what you're talking about.
The
Blue
clit is
clit?
the clit. Blue clit. The clit's an intense place, and it's just like a lot of concentrated feeling in one. Yeah, and I just like couldn't come. I took Advil, and then I went to bed.
Wow. With an angry clit.
With an angry clit.
So wait, you didn't hang up and then just finish yourself off?
No, I couldn't. I literally couldn't.
Wow.
Because I was so fucked up. I also like, I love dirty talk, but God, it is hard to talk to someone you don't know.
Yeah.
Because I'm just so, I want to know what she likes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she like kind of slowly revealed that she had already had phone sex that day. And I'm not being judgmental of her, but I think she's got like a lot going on.
Well, a lot in her stable.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, so that she was doing something she's very like used to and comfortable with,
Yes.
and you were doing something brand new to
Brand
you.
new.
That's kind of
Brand
scared you a
new.
little
Yeah.
The worst is when you're having phone sex or you're sexting and you get off and then you have to keep acting like you're into it. Woo! What a journey. Oh my God, it's so tough.
That's got to be much harder for men than for women.
Yeah.
Because like I can
bit. You could
start
just go
up.
again, I guess.
Yeah, I usually just start up again.
Well, I can do that with sex. Like I can come and then keep going. Or like if I'm really into you, I can like get hard again like immediately.
Ooh,
but
nice.
not with like sexting or phone. Well, with my ex I could, but normally it's just like the dirty talk and level of interest
Just
jumps off a cliff.
Oh,
Plummets.
absolutely.
Yeah. It'll just be like all this fucking crazy filthy things and
Right.
then it'll just be like hot.
And then you find, and when you,
Whoa.
And
Yeah,
what are
yeah,
you
yeah.
doing
Sexy.
now?
and you find yourself,
Are you close?
Cool.
Fantastic.
but you find yourself like saying these things and you're like, I can't believe that 2 minutes ago I was like, so it's just hard for me to like talk about like,
Oh, I gotta take a shower and go to church.
right, exactly.
I gotta
You hate yourself. And that's like kind of how I was feeling the entire time because I felt like I was like violating my own rules. And I don't want anyone to think that I didn't have fun with this girl. Like she's great. She's super cool. I am a little scared of her, if I'm going to be totally honest.
You were testing your own boundaries.
I was testing
Do
my
you
own
ever-
boundaries, and I didn't super love where I landed.
Do you ever sext and stuff that you would never do in real life? If you know it's not really
No.
gonna happen?
God, maybe that would have been a fun approach for me to just be like, I'm going to take a shit on your chest.
Yeah. From a ladder.
I actually have a cherry picker that I rented,
Yeah.
and I'm going to take a shit off the cherry picker.
Hey girl, you know how to drive a forklift?
I'm going to back you into my mouth. Beep, beep, beep. No, I haven't done that, but that's a good idea for phone sex or sexting with someone that.
Yeah.
But I don't want this to become a part of my life. That's all I'm trying to say. I don't want this to become a part of my life. And that's my gay sex from this week.
All right.
Listener, have you ever been walking along down the street just bobbing your head along to a Taylor Swift song thinking, man, she's got to be gay? But then your earbuds battery dies and you're left alone with just your anxious thoughts, having to confront your relationship with your mother. Never again with Raycon earbuds because the battery life is 32 hours. Yes, that's what I said. It will never quit on you, so you will never have to think again. Why engage in self-reflection when you can be continuing to listen to that playlist you made to avoid all of the shit you should be talking about in therapy? That's right, listener. And guess what? They start at half the price of other premium audio brands, and they come with a 45-day happiness guarantee. No, but seriously, I love my Raycon earbuds. I love that they last so long, and I can rely on them when I'm on my way to a show, and I want to listen to a playlist and hype myself up. So go ahead and ditch those anxious thoughts and create your own soundtrack with Raycon right now. We're having gay sex listeners can get 15% off their Raycon order at buyraycon.com/WHGS. That's buyraycon.com/WHGS to save 15% on your Raycons. Buyraycon.com/WHGS. And listen to this pod on them, you know?
Ian, did you have gay sex this week?
You know what? I went on a journey and gave up dating, hooking up, meeting people, porn, masturbation. I gave it all up.
You're sober.
I'm sober too.
Yeah.
So I really like to torture myself. And, no, I was gonna do this for like 90 days to like cleanse myself and like, you know, I'm trying to get over this breakup and everything. And I got to like 30 days and I was like, you know what?
Is this the
Why don't
breakup
I-
from last summer that you were talking about?
Yeah.
Damn, man, you are Did you guys have like another?
Oh yeah, we got back together and broke up like a million times.
That's
and,
tough.
You gotta get rid
it
of her.
really sucks. I mean, true. It's a fucking whirlwind.
Yeah,
But
that's no good.
I've been there.
Yeah,
We've all been there.
Yeah,
If you're
it's
in this
tough.
process, stop. Stop.
But there's something about toxicity that's just so. I mean, it's
So-
such a trauma bond and such
Yes.
a
Yeah.
complete
Yes.
like addiction, to like chaos and intensity.
I talked about this a few weeks ago. I consider myself sober off codependency for like almost 2 years. So
That's huge.
yeah, so I understand.
Yeah.
It's awful.
We're like addicted to each other. And
Yeah.
So I'm trying to like move past that and move forward. So I was like, okay, some celibacy, some giving everything up. And then now I'm kind of like, why don't I get back out there? And, the only way to get over is to get back under. So,
I do think
why don't I
like
fuck it away?
having fun can be good for, depending on where you are in your breakup, like going
Yeah.
out and having a good time can be good
Yeah,
for
and it
your
makes you like feel
confidence.
wanted and like,
Yeah.
more confident again and everything. But at the same time, it's like, I need to get to the point where I can be with someone else. But I'm just like, I don't know if I can do that just yet.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. But,
That's fair.
so I gave all that up. And then I was in San Diego, and I was
Gay.
like, you know what? You deserve it, buddy. You're alone in a hotel room, and it was off to the races. I jerked off.
I was
I didn't
expecting
look
a
at
totally
porn.
different.
Oh, no. I didn't have sex with anyone, but I did go and get a massage. And I wasn't planning on it. I didn't think it was happening, but the woman jerked me off. And
Wait, really?
Twice. Yeah.
Do they ask? Or
No,
We've
there's kind of like
we've never talked about. We've had sex workers on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we've had anyone on the podcast who has like worked with a sex worker, has had a professional relationship with a
Oh, I've
sex
gotten
worker.
sex workers before.
Yeah.
Years ago. I haven't gotten one in years. And then I didn't even think it was going to happen. I looked it up on Google. It was like a legitimate place. There were signs that were like no sex or whatever. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to engage in that behavior.
Sure.
And then like she was massaging me and she kind of like rubbed my butt and taint. And I was like, ooh. And I like lifted my butt up a little. She's like, do you like that? I was like, yes. And then it just kind of like went from there. And then when I came, she goes, I am invincible. And I was like, oh my God. Wow.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Wait, I don't understand.
And she goes, it's my job to treat you like a king. And I go, well, you're my queen. She goes, no, your queen is at home. I am your concubine. And I was like,
what?
Wow.
I think I love you.
I am invincible.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She loved her job. Yeah.
I am invincible.
God bless. Shout out
Okay, wait.
San Diego. What's up?
Wait. Man, I really missed out. All those times I was jacking dicks off, I could have been saying I am invincible
I know,
afterwards.
right? What a catchphrase.
What a
What a
catchphrase.
catchphrase.
Okay, what happens with the pay structure after that happens?
Yeah.
I mean, you pay a base fee and then you give them like a tip.
Okay.
You tip them well,
Right.
But I never knew when getting prostitutes if I tipped them.
Because there's a base pay.
Yeah.
Listener, write
Yeah.
in. Do
I mean,
you
I
tip your
always-
sex worker if they have a
but
base
it's like,
pay?
do you tip 20% or do you do?
Why,
They're
what's
putting
that?
in a lot of work, So
I have no idea.
yeah, there's really no rule book on it.
I mean, the first time I went to a salon, I didn't even know. I had to ask people and read articles, because growing up, my neighbor would cut my hair,
Right.
and so my mom.
I
Yeah.
just
took care of
always
that.
Well, it's
tip
like for
20%
tattoo
no
artists,
matter
it's
what
like-
I'm
Now
doing.
now
do
I
you
know,
tip?
but
Well, because sometimes 20% isn't a lot based off of
Right.
what you're paying. So then
Right.
do you do like 50 or 100 or like
Right.
tipping is weird, man.
Yeah.
It is weird. Wait, I have more questions. So like you're at this establishment, you don't think that it's like a place that
No, and I'm out of the game. I haven't done it in years. I'm in retirement.
And the sign was very clear.
Yeah.
no. So like how does she know? Like how does she
there's
just
like-
look at your face?
There's
and she's
like an
this
unwritten.
guy.
There's like a language. Like when they touch you, if you like raise your pelvis up and like present yourself a little, like when you scratch a cat's back and he like arches
Yes,
and puts
yes.
his butt up because he likes it. That's what you do.
That's when you fuck
and
the
then
cat.
they go, huh? Yeah. And then a cat comes in the room and you fuck him.
Okay, wow.
Okay. And I also love her enthusiasm about
It was
it.
amazing. And we talked and she was telling me about like movies she likes and where she likes to travel and everything. Like whenever I've gotten prostitutes, I've always tried to be like friend. Like I'd always bring them like juices or whatever from 7-Eleven and like let them keep the pack of condoms.
Listen,
you're gonna need them more than me.
That is the appropriate thing to do. The next time you hire a sex worker, is prostitute like an okay term? I don't even know. Cancel coach. We should Google all this.
Yeah.
I've always thought of it as a technical term, but I've heard
the
other
oldest
people
profession.
swapping prostitute out for sex worker. But there's so many different kinds of sex work. So
Totally,
I don't know how to
totally.
be specific.
Yeah, and she's a sex
Professional
worker.
masseuse?
Yeah.
Masseuse.
I don't know. I'd like to think that she doesn't do that always. I was just special.
Well, that's honestly, maybe there's something in my
She was telling me how strong I was. I was
the
like,
male part of
ooh.
my brain that I'm like, well, maybe I don't know. Like I would have thought the same thing, but I'm also a fucking idiot. Like I am this girl, like she was like sending me all those messages, and then I found out she was like,
What if she
doing
was a
that
sex
probably to other
worker?
people.
She was giving you a freebie.
I
Like
didn't give her-
a phone line operator or something.
Yeah.
I mean, she could have been. Wow. Well, congratulations on
Thanks.
yeah.
Well, then I was off to the races. I was like trying to hook up after shows, and I'm like DMing girls and everything. And like this one girl was like, she had a guy with her, but she was like really flirty, and she made him take the picture, and I was like,
Oh yeah, nice.
So I DM'd her.
I love when the boyfriend takes the picture of me and the girl.
Yeah.
And I
and like,
smile at
she
him.
was like, oh my God, like touching me. And then, so I DM'd her. I was like, what's up, baby girl? I was like, ditch your man and hang out with me. And she goes, okay, bet. I'm going to make him leave. Come through. And I was like, fuck yeah, I'm the man. Gave me the confidence I needed.
You're invincible.
I'm invincible. Yes, I am invincible. Invincible. And so I was like, yes, this rules. And then she was like, where are you? I told her where I was. She's like, is it fun? And I was like,
Do you
well, it's
have
my
ethical
hotel.
concerns? Ethical concerns about the boyfriend?
I went from like being a celibate choir boy to, I mean, my eyes turned black like Wing of Crow. I was possessed, okay? I was just like, there was a demon inside of me that needed to be exercised. And she was like, I can't
You've
get him
also
to...
been through hell. You've been through hell
Yes.
with this breakup
Yes.
and all that stuff.
And I was like, whatever. And she's like, I can't get him to leave. I was like, well, you better fucking work on it, toots. And she was like, Mom is tired. I'm going to bed. And I was like, you tease. We'll
So it
always
didn't
have
end up
San
happening.
Diego. And so there was another girl that I was DMing with. She was like, I'm at this bar, come. And I was like, okay. And I show up and we like go and she gets me a water. And then she's like, hold on, I'll be right back. And she goes to this guy and gives him her number. I was like, what was that? She's like, I'm a single girl. I was like, well, that's why I thought I was here. She was
Right.
like, well, who knows? And I was like, whatever. So I just
At least
left.
be a little more covert about
Yeah,
it.
so
if
I
you're gonna
left.
do
I was
that.
like, I'm out of here. This isn't for me. And then she texted me and was like, where'd you go? And then I walking back to my hotel room, I ran into her and she had her sister and another friend with her and we were talking and I was like, all right, I'm going back to my hotel room. Do you want to come? She's like, if you leave, I'll leave. I go, all right. So we leave.
Wait, this is a third girl?
Second girl.
Second girl.
So
okay.
we
ran into her again.
leave.
Okay.
And her sister and her friend followed.
What?
And I was like, what are they doing? She goes, oh, they're staying with me. And I was like, well, good God damn it. So then we get to the hotel and I'm just like, all right, well, I'm going to go to bed. She's like, my mom's staying with me too. So I can't really, I can't really leave. And I was like, well, and she goes, next time you're in San Diego, hit me up. And I was like, yeah, right.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, you got
Yeah,
jerked
I know.
around a lot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Also,
what?
you had so
I
many
guess
options.
pun maybe not intended.
I
You got
know.
jerked
No
around
pun.
and then you got jerked around.
Yeah.
I know. And then I asked this girl on Instagram to hang out with me, and she didn't get back. So I sent her the Homer Simpson meme of him retreating into the bushes.
Dude, that's another fear that I have kind of like with hooking up with women who know you from comedy is like, you know, putting yourself out there in a way
Yeah.
that like they might show that to someone in a way that's much more interesting.
Well, that's how I met my ex. She slid into my DMs.
Oh wow.
And she saw me at the cellar, looked me up on the lineup, and then slid in. And she was so hot, I thought she was a porno bot because all she said was hi. So I was like,
You're
I'm
like,
bored.
oh, you're a dude in India, right?
I was, yeah, I messaged back because I was going to fuck with it because I was bored. And it turned out she was a human. And I, you know, whatever. But it's so funny because being open about being like bi, I kind of shot myself in the foot because I definitely skew more women towards men, and I get so many DMs from guys.
I was gonna say, have you
and
not
I'm
had
like,
the
God
opportunity?
damn it! No, women, DM me, women. Guys are like a last option.
Is that how you look at it? Like where to go? Because you say like, okay, maybe you're like 80-20 on the Kinsey scale or whatever. And by the way, like I feel like so many people fall into that
Totally.
and don't identify as bi.
Yeah.
So it's like very interesting to
Or
like
don't act on it.
or don't act on it. Yeah. So like would you ever consider like dating a dude?
I've like gone on dates and hung out with guys, but it just I don't know. I get so emotionally and intimately connected with women that like guys it's just kind of like a physical thing.
Yeah.
Almost like a fantasy in
Yeah.
a way that like plays out, you know. And like it's more like raunchy and like, whoa, we shouldn't do this, and then we do it, you know.
Yeah.
But like it's also so weird because guys will get into my DMs and be like, oh my God, you're so funny, I love your comedy, can I suck your dick? And I'm like, how dare you, do not sneak in on a compliment. Now I don't know if you really like my comedy or not.
Meanwhile, like you're like, ditch your fucking boyfriend, ditch your fucking mom, come suck my dick.
I know. Yeah, but yeah, it's like such a double-edged sword because I do get a ton of DMs of guys that are like, hey man, you made me feel comfortable with myself.
That's great.
I had a chance to be with a guy and I always wanted to, and you made me kind of push me in that direction. I'm like, cool, I'm glad I could help.
Yeah.
But then I don't get as many DMs as I want from women that are like, oh, let's hook up.
Yeah.
Like, oh, damn it.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you think women have like a stigma against bisexual men?
Oh yeah.
I mean, the most.
Well, it's like women are very
by the
progressive.
way, we talk about how great bisexual men are on the podcast all the time.
Well, it's funny because girls would be like, yes, live your life, live your truth. Oh, we're hooking up, get tested. So
Oh my God,
it's
really?
Like, yeah. Make sure you've been with men, get tested.
Interesting.
And a lot of times people don't even understand that like anal sex is not necessarily something that even happens between two men. You know what I mean?
It's just frothing. Frothing is when you put your dicks together.
Yeah.
You know? It's just docking.
It's just I'm trying to think of like whatever.
Engage.
It's male scissoring.
Male
scissoring, yes.
And when you came out, were you already, when you said you were 32, which is like sort of late in life gay, a lot of people would say. Had you been hooking up with men before and just not talking about it?
All secretly.
Yeah, for a long time.
Since childhood, yeah. And I thought that was going to be like a secret I kept forever.
Yeah.
You know, it was like, no one can ever find out about this. It was wild. But it's so funny because it's like, you know, I got nothing but like love as a response. But at the end of the day, it's like, oh, you're bi? Who cares? Whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like, it was a big deal, you know?
Yeah.
To like say that and to be like, okay, this is who I am, you know?
Of course.
It's the dichotomy between like people telling you to like that it's not a big deal. Why do you talk so much about it? And like the women that I've been with who I know will take that shit to the grave. And the people who say to you, oh, it's not such a big deal, like they're probably taking their gay shit to the grave.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like such an interesting like thing to be told.
Because like women will hook up with each other and be like, oh, whatever, we were drunk, it's fine, blah, blah, blah. But then if guys do it, they're like, you're gay forever.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, no, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't make you gay if you've hooked up with a couple guys. You're like, it's not really for me. Or like, it's something I do every once in a while. Like, I don't know. I just think it makes you interesting.
Well, it's definitely fun at a Christmas party for sure.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
anecdote.
Yeah. Would you like some eggnog? Reminds me of cum.
Well, that was great. That was great gay sex. Thank you. We're going to go to Kate.
Yeah, it was quite a journey, huh?
Yeah, no, that was wonderful. We have not had this perspective on the pod yet.
Oh, no way.
So it's really,
Cool.
it's always good because no one wants to talk about it. So,
I know,
good.
my albatross. I'm going to get all these DMs from guys. Going to be like, just fucking one girl, please. Trans, yes.
What you're really going to get is a bunch of DMs from like queer women who don't want to have sex with you being like, that was very brave. Like that's all
that's
you're
nice
going to
too.
get.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
DM
you.
Ian that he's very brave.
Yeah.
Kate, did you have gay sex this week?
Okay. This was a while ago. Okay.
I'm so excited. You're nervous.
I am nervous.
Don't be nervous. Well, be nervous. It's okay.
Okay.
But we will find Kate is new to the pod. Only
cool.
Kate's third or fourth episode.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, so I am not often on the receiving end of the...
Of a dildo?
Yes.
Or
Can't even say the word.
giving
You're like,
end
of a
of
dildo in your pussy.
You're usually the
Yeah, and that's not even like the usual thing, but like when we
strap
do that,
on or just handheld?
so usually strap on, but this story is hand.
You got a steady cam, a steady dild.
Yeah, yeah.
Steady dild.
This is a
GoPro?
story of how my partner put a GoPro inside me.
Whoa. Hell yeah.
No, it's not.
She in
that would
medical school
that
too?
Would be fun. In general, I'm not on the receiving.
I love the receiving end of a dildo.
Okay, so-
We're keeping that as
Yeah.
as part of our glossary, gay sex glossary.
And also, I've never gotten any ass attention. I love giving
You
ass
poor
attention.
thing.
Well, so I think it's because of earlier I said I have a hairy ass.
Oh.
And
it's kind of your fault.
I haven't really seen it. I guess maybe it looks bad.
Are you working for Brazzers?
And maybe it
All
looks
right,
bad.
you know
What does
what?
it- what
Take
does it
out
look
your
like?
asshole.
Yeah, we
Let's
do.
take. We'll be the judge
We're
of
like,
it.
actually, yeah, you
This
absolutely
is shooting in
need
4K, right?
yeah.
Okay, anyway, ass on me is not something that we do a lot. Why
Right.
can't I speak right?
to ass on me. Are you really nervous? What the fuck are you talking about?
I thought you were speaking Italian.
ass on me?
Ass on me.
My
you
ass
have not. Your butthole has not been pleasured
by anyone.
by anybody.
By anyone.
Yeah.
And it's not
Uncharted
something
territory.
And it's not something that I necessarily would even seek out.
But
But
oh,
one butthole. One time I just like wanted to have sex so badly.
I can relate.
And she just like didn't want to at all. And I just
Right.
like, I don't know why I said this, but I was like, you can peg me in the ass.
whoa.
Not something I want. It's not something she wants. I was just trying to get across the point that like I want to have sex so badly that I will be pegged in the ass. That's how badly I want sexual attention right now.
Did it happen?
So she just like goes, she looks at me.
I also love that like you're talking like in rhetoricals, like you're like, oh man, I want a spot at the cellar so bad I would let someone peg me up the ass. But you're literally like, no, I want to have sex with you so bad, peg me up the ass.
Yeah.
They just scotch tape a mop to him. Like, I don't have the parts, but we'll make it work.
So I was just like, I'll take anything. You can peg me up the ass. And so
Where were you in
Were you
San
being
Diego?
serious? Yeah. Was this a turn of phrase or were you being serious?
I don't know if I was being serious. I think I
Turn of phrase.
Like,
You
if
know
you were
how
like, I'm
everyone's
so
talking
hungry,
about-
I could eat a horse's ass.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly. I think I was kind of joking, but also kind of like, I just want sexual attention so
Right.
badly
Mhm.
that
Right.
I don't care if it's something that I don't think I'm physically going to enjoy, and I don't care if it's something that you're not going to
Because
physically
mentally,
Because mentally, I just wanted
attention.
attention. So
There's a big gap between attention and getting pegged in
there
the
is
ass.
a huge
Yeah,
gap.
that's a real A to Z move.
Fully.
Yeah.
So and
That's
she
an
just
A
looks
to
at
a
me.
whole different language alphabet.
It's like hieroglyphics.
Yeah.
A to hieroglyphics.
Wingdings.
Wingdings.
You got that in Windings? Do they have like just a black solid circle?
I think they might have a
butthole.
little ring with a little black circle inside of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That's what she was looking at. So she just crosses her arms and goes, fine. And so I get naked and I get on all fours on the bed.
Are you excited?
terrified? And she takes our smallest one and she puts lube on it, and I'm just standing there on all fours. And
No foreplay.
mind you,
You
no
don't even-
foreplay.
you're not
And
making
nothing's
out.
been in your
No
butt
kissing,
before.
and nothing has been in my asshole before.
I mean, you really gotta. You can't just go to the Olympics and never run in a race. You gotta,
That's exactly
run around the
what was
track
happening.
a couple times.
At
Do
least
some
stretch.
time qualifiers.
No, we were going in freaking raw, and so she lubes
You
up
poor thing.
the dildo,
What were you thinking?
and she starts coming towards me, and she cannot get within a foot of my ass.
She stops.
No, without me freaking out and putting my hand in front of my asshole.
What, like a
'Cause I'm
child
so
getting smacked with a
nervous.
belt?
Yes. every time she comes within like a foot of me, I just like clench my ass and start blocking it and laughing and being like, and then I'll be like, no. Okay, I'm ready. And then she'll come again, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And I think part of me thought like, well, I'm already naked. We've already got the toys out. Like this will still happen. And she was just like, no. It
was a one-time offer.
Wow.
She was like pegging or nothing. That is my final offer.
Yeah,
coupon is not redeemable.
Right.
So I just had to like shamefully, cowardly put all my clothes back on and like wash the unused lube off the toy.
Oh God. The saddest of showers.
Total defeat.
What you have to do next time is you have to take it while you're on your back, because that's more intimate and you can go slower and you'll feel more relaxed. And also if you're bent over on all fours, it can contort your stomach and your butt muscles, so it's harder to go in.
Well, you're a fucking expert.
I am. Yes.
Do you get pegged?
No.
Or this is from your other
giving.
Yeah. Okay. Oh.
I love anal, but I also know how to make it enjoyable. And guys really ruin anal for girls. I'll tell you this.
Wait, let's just
by
end
just
with
shoving it in.
Can we end with
And
some
you don't do that.
some anal tips, some anal pro tips?
Yeah.
All right, let's go through them. So, on your back.
On your back, relaxed. Breath is very important. Coaching the person through it. Breathing together. Letting them be in charge of how much they take, because then mentally as well, they feel like they're in control and they're not just.
Can we talk about the breathing for a second? Mm-hmm. So we're talking about like slow breathing, like
slow breaths. Like the more you push in on like a breathe in, so you're more relaxed.
You want to exhale on a pull out.
Like if you're putting it in, you want to like breathe in.
Okay.
Breathe out and go really slow, and communication is so important.
Wait.
That's why when guys just shove it in, girls are like, anal sucks. It's like, no, because you were with a fucking jerk off.
Right. Also, this there's a downward dog yoga joke in here with the breathing somewhere that I can't quite find. So when you're
it would be barking instead of breathing. Downward dog.
We don't have a rim shot.
I know. Sorry, that joke was rough.
But
if you want, you can pause the show.
Okay, so when you're inserting,
yes,
that's where the breathing is important.
Yes,
you're breathing as you're inserting.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. You inhale as you insert.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Communication, lube.
I
Don't shove it all in at once.
At first.
Foreplay,
Kissing
consent. Consent is important.
Consent's also super
That's
important.
like the number one thing. That's the first step. And also it can be really hot because you talk about it and you plan it out. You can use a toy at first and build up to it.
Totally. Or like even just a finger.
I think
a finger, tongue.
You're like having never done it and failed once.
You can't just go straight
I'm a good giver of
from nothing to fucking begging. That's fucking the Wild West. That is fucking, you're Wyatt Earp up in this bitch. That's fucking wild. Woo!
I'm so glad that I chickened out. I think I might have really got hurt.
Emotionally?
Well, this was lovely.
Yeah.
This was great.
Very fun episode.
Yeah, thank you.
We talked about all your stuff, but one more time, now that everyone has enjoyed you,
yeah.
Yes.
Where can people find you?
iAnimal69, IANIMAL69 on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. IanFidance.com.
What are you streaming on Twitch?
Oh, man. It's so much fun. Call of Duty, Bloodborne, Crash Bandicoot. I got a nice little community of people going. It's nice,
Do you have a
positive. No, I need to
You got to get
one.
on Discord.
Yeah, I just got a gaming system, like a computer that I'm hooking up, but it's really fun. And, some of the games, it's like interactive because I don't know how to play it. So the chat like helps me out and everything. Mm-hmm. It's really fun. It's a good time. Me and a couple other comics Twitch together. And I have a blast with it. It's great. I started doing it during the pandemic. And now that I'm doing stand-up every night, I'm like, man, I wish I could just stay home and play video games.
Yeah. Because I used to go live all the time on like different things at night and do different activities and stuff like that, and now it's just like much harder to do.
I know.
Kind of miss it.
I need another pandemic. I really do. I really, really do.
There were parts of it that were just
if we could go back to that night that we were downstairs and we did that show, that would be fantastic.
That was like a fun portion of the pandemic because there was outdoor shows.
But they weren't like every night. You could kind of pick and choose.
Yeah. It was fun. It was a fun part of the despair and death.
I feel like post-pandemic, the whole world just needs to do a gap year.
Yeah.
Just to decompress.
Yeah, it's just like a really hard adjustment back in. It's
so
sort
many
of like
people are
just
having a
going
hard-
straight into pegging.
It is. It is. We
Trying to
need
go back to, we need foreplay.
We need some breathing.
Yeah.
We need some lube. We need some slow insertion. Our reintegration into society is a lot like anal sex. If it's too fast, it'll be painful. And we're not going to enjoy it.
Perfect.
I love it.
Yes.
Wow. Excellent.
Thank you so much. This
Yeah,
is
no
such a
problem.
blast.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Gay thought this week. I'll also say, because I didn't mention it, my show in New York is selling out 3 to 4 weeks in advance. I'm about to put the September dates up, which go to my mailing list people first. So ashleygavin.com or havingaysex.com, sign up for the mailing list. Patrons get free tickets. Patreon.com/WHGS. Let me get into the gay thought. Do you feel like, not to shit on straight people because love is love, but I don't know. I listen to gay people talk about their like childhood early crushes in this like intense way that I never hear straight people talk about, or I never hear that level of emotion when straight people talk about it. And I'm using gay as an umbrella term. I think this can be applied to any person who's in the closet because of their gender or their sexuality. But do you think that it's so much more intense because it's just so much, usually so unresolved? Because you can't say or do anything, and it's just all under the surface, and the tension is just like fucking insane. Whereas like straight crushes, I feel like there's always closure. Is closure a straight person thing? That's my gay thought. Can queer people ever really have closure? And even if we do have closure, do we just sort of inject some sort of queer culture thing into it so that the closure never happens? Like, well, she says she's straight, but we'll never know. You know, is closure straight privilege? I think yes. Okay, let's go to some Patreon shout outs. These patrons get my stand-up, exclusive stand-up clips, bonus episodes, uncut content, video episodes, all kinds of cool stuff, tickets to my show in New York, but also on tour. Thank you so much for donating. You guys pay for, well, I haven't seen any ad money yet, if I'm being totally honest. It hasn't come. I know you hear the ads, but where that money is, somewhere in a Helix mattress, and not mine. So thank you so much for donating. It really, really helps. Okay, here we go. On TikTok, we have MishBMX2353. On TikTok, we have Aria_Payton with an E. On Instagram, we have Evil Robot Smash. On Instagram, we have Kelbell Wing. On Instagram, we have small.bean42, SMOL. On Instagram, we have Katie Claire126. On Instagram, we have Cameroni343. That's Cameroni with a K. I think you can figure it out. On Twitter, we have Allison Q Rice. On Instagram, we have queer_therapist_PDX. On Instagram, we have Faby_Silk, FAYBEE. On Instagram, we have Annie.RG. That's Annie with 3 N's. On Instagram, we have Odd Slecker, AUD Slecker. On Instagram, we have Raleigh323. On Instagram, we have Tess Artist with 2 T's at the end. On TikTok, we have Lesbian James Bond. On TikTok, we have Chelskos, CHELSKOS. On Instagram, we have Adventure Squid _. On Instagram, we have Lele Bostock, Lele spelled EI. And on Instagram, we have Knits, KNIITZ. Thank you so much for donating. You guys give me closure. I don't know what that means. I hope you enjoyed it, though. I say this all the time, but I just feel so incredibly grateful to you guys. Not just the patrons, but everyone listening. Just love you all so much with my whole heart. You're probably like, how can you love a person you've never met? Well, I am gay, so riddle me that. Yeah, you know how to love someone from afar, pining. I'm done.